Welcome back to another GT Homes exclusive. Now that 2023 has reached its end, we can look back at the market and see how the condo market has changed over the last few years. Many people have remarked that real estate in Ontario this year has experienced a downward trend. This is especially clear between the beginning of 2022 and the end of 2023. For instance, last year, the average asking price for a new condo peaked at $1.6 million, while this year saw the number reduced to $1.2 million. Prices have dropped, but sales are also down because buyers were discouraged from investing due to higher mortgages caused by rising inflation and interest rates. However, if you look at the detailed figures, we can see that not every city in the Greater Golden Horseshoe was affected in the same way. The average price per square foot (PSF) of unsold condos in Toronto and Mississauga decreased by less than 2%. But the average PSF in Hamilton increased by more than 10%. Other regions such as Oakville, Vaughan, and Pickering saw prices rise slightly. So we can see that the market was not the same across the board. Another reason why the market may have appeared to perform slower is that many people have compared it to 2022. However, 2022 was a high-performing year that saw prices and activity skyrocket. Of course, this makes sense when considering how the economy was forced to slow down at the beginning of the pandemic. Let's take a closer look at how 2022 compared to the years prior. At the end of 2020, the average asking price for a new condo was just over $1 million, while the end of 2021 saw the number reach $1.3 million. We can see how quickly prices were growing after COVID restrictions were lifted. The average price per square foot for condos in 2022 also doubled the growth trend. Some cities, such as Toronto, Hamilton, and Kitchener, saw the average PSF jump into double-digit growth. For example, the average PSF for new condos in the Greater Toronto and Hamilton area rose by about 8% in 2020 and 7% in 2021. But in 2022, it grew by 19%. These climbing prices were one reason why the Bank of Canada began to slow down growth by raising interest rates. The bank's strategy was intended to lower inflation, which in turn slowed down real estate activity and caused condo developers and sellers to lower prices. With all these ups and downs in the condo market, some investors may wonder what 2024 will look like. If there's one thing to remember about real estate, is that the short-term fluctuations do not reflect historical long-term gains. Real estate investments are still safe and resilient. While the market may have been on a downswing this year, we can expect it to bounce back within the coming months. This is because the market is cyclical and is expected to go through its ups and downs. The course correction we're seeing now has been much needed so the inflation gets back under control. We can expect that interest rates will eventually come down. Canada's ambitious immigration goals and lack of housing supply mean that property values will still be in demand for years to come. Our advice to investors today is to take advantage of the low condo prices in the GTA by contacting a Platinum agent before prices go back up in 2024. Thank you for watching another GT Homes exclusive. Remember to subscribe and to visit us at gtahomes.com.